Hi. Welcome and good morning. This is Scott. Today is December 7th. Welcome to the meditation. I was kind of amazed recently. I think a lot of people, they talk occasionally throughout the years, they talk about people waking up and having spiritual awakening. And sort of like this idea of waking up out of the matrix and things like this. And I think maybe because of the way things are in the world, the tendency for that kind of experience might be more prevalent now than it has been. And so what does that mean? I think when you kind of look at the way society is, you become kind of dissatisfied with you just become very strikingly convinced that the world is not set up in a way to honor spirituality or love or, you would think that with the advent of the internet we would have all kinds of connection, and we do. And I think a lot of it, for whatever reason, is because of the hyper amount of connection that you could possibly have on the internet. Your depth of that connection is very, very limited. And so there's like this strange paradox of I can connect with people all over, all different kinds of people, but yet there's an isolation component of being in your box, with the advent of remote work and the ability to connect but not in person in the same way. And yeah, so I think people are waking up, and I don't think that in all cases it's something that is easy for people to do, because it means that their whole way of knowing and sort of assembling their way of life has changed dramatically. And transformation is like that. I mentioned yesterday, I think, or a while ago, something about, how you have a caterpillar and then it goes into a cocoon, and in the cocoon it turns into like a chemical soup, like a biological imaginal cell. And then somehow it reforms into the butterfly and then emerges from the cocoon. And I think a lot of that is what's happening, or what's happening both. And if you try to free a caterpillar or a butterfly before it is emerged from the cocoon, it will actually die, because part of the process of the butterfly leaving the cocoon is what allows it to be strong and to withstand its world after the cocoon. And if you think about it, human beings are very fragile as an infant, require so much time to develop. We have a very, very big brain, and we don't come out with claws or, protective armor. We come out very soft. And that nurturing is something that, even in our relative cousins, the ape and chimpanzee and the monkey kingdom, they don't require the same amount of care that a human being does, which is quite amazing. And you wonder, why would spirit make such a vulnerable creature? And the ancient Greeks had this story about, this, I forget which, boy, my memory's not working at the moment. When you do a live broadcast, your memory works very differently than if you're doing something sort of pre-planned, which is part of the reason why I like doing this. But I just can't remember the name of the Greek god that was working on creating all the different creatures on the planet. And then when it came to, he was giving claws to the tiger, and then, he was giving, he was making all the animals. But when it came to human beings, he left out the protective nature. It was kind of funny. But what we do have is the ability to innovate and to come up with extensions of ourself that do protect us and are super creative, where human beings are one of the most creative species, I think, until, they tell us that aliens are real. Then we'll have a rival, But all of that is fascinating and interesting, and I think is if you have a spirituality in your life that embraces these things, I think it makes engaging with life more positive, and you make better choices, which is something I'm fond of saying. Because if you think about it, creativity is a form of choice. Taking the unseen and making it seen, changing the course of your life. If you think about it, if the Titanic had chosen to move a different direction earlier, it likely would not have sank, Choices have consequences. They have real impact. And so I think we should practice now. I've talked enough. So let's get situated. And be grateful for yourself for taking time out of your day to be with how you are. Deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. returning your breath to your typical way of breathing. Beginning to tune into the sensations of your body and feeling on the in-breath. And then on the out-breath, softening. Placing your attention on the body illuminates it in high definition. And because the breath is part of our body, we're able to move attention all around, feeling and softening. And then just sitting quietly with yourself. Begin to notice the relationship between you, your breath, and your body, and the earth underneath you. And on the in-breath, feeling your body, and on the out-breath, melting downward into the earth. with every cycle of breath, becoming more and more still. And then placing your attention on your heart. In breath, feeling your heart. And out breath, softening in and around the heart. And then spending some time in the third eye area, the center of the forehead. In breath, feeling into the space between your eyebrows. Out breath, softening. from here we can set our prayers and our intention for the day. Beautiful. Thank you for joining me and have a wonderful day. And I'll see you tomorrow.